All right, so when I first started delivering photos, I went with what I thought was the easiest and cheapest option, Google Drive. It was free, simple, and I thought, hey, as long as my clients get their photos, does it really matter? Well, it turns out it does quite a lot. Google Drive just didn't deliver what I wanted. It was just a bunch of messy folder structures where you would have to kind of make new folders for everything you wanted to do. And it wasn't until I made the switch until I realized how much I was holding myself back. So first, in order to understand why I switched and talk about what I switched to, let's go ahead and talk about what went wrong with Google Drive. First and foremost, it just didn't represent my brand. As you can see scrolling through here, it was just an unorganized mess. There was no branding, it was just simply put a list of photos, and that might work for some people. But honestly, looking at this, it doesn't look polished at all. I don't like how this looks. If people are spending a lot of money on wedding photography or photography in general, they're gonna want their photos delivered in a very nice way. And Google Drive just doesn't deliver on that. The other big negative of this is there's no opportunity to sell prints through Google Drive. But there are other platforms out there that will allow you to do just that. All in all, the reason why I didn't stick with Google Drive very long is it just didn't make me feel professional and didn't represent the brand that I wanted to be. So anyways, what was my initial hesitation with switching to something else? Well, the cost. Google Drive is cheap. Other products out there aren't necessarily the cheapest, and the one I switched to isn't the cheapest by any standard. But honestly, it was definitely worth making the switch. So in comes PickTime. As a new photographer, PickTime seemed like an enormous expense. But looking back at it, it was one of the best decisions I made for my photography business. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at why I like PickTime so much. So there's a lot of things that I absolutely love about PickTime, but probably the best thing I love about it is how a client's gallery is delivered to them. So let's go ahead and jump into a gallery example here. We're gonna go ahead and click on a wedding I did last year and go to preview gallery. And this is going to be something that your clients will see. So this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna choose a cover photo, and that could be a beautiful, epic, kind of establishing shot for the day, and just scroll through it and you have it nice and organized. If you look up top here, you have different categories of what part of the wedding was it. So you can jump from getting ready to first look to ceremony to couples portraits and group photos. And just scrolling through this, honestly, the way it figures out how to organize photos in different ways and make some small, make some big, it looks like a very curated gallery. And I did not spend much time doing this. I basically just uploaded it, looked at it, made sure everything looked good, made a couple minor adjustments in here, but that's it. My workflow for uploading pictures was simplified immensely by using PickTime. Not only that, but now your clients will have a wonderful, beautiful gallery that they can share with their friends and family just by sending them that link. So they can go through and look at what photos were captured and how that day went for them. You can expand the photos and just scroll through them as well. And as you're looking through them, another cool PickTime feature that I kind of hinted at a little bit earlier in their video is the feature that you can buy prints from PickTime as well. Now you have different options. You can buy, cheap just prints, or you can get framed prints and boards and other products as well, like ornaments and stuff. But it really is just the one-stop shop for client galleries and prints. And out of the other options that I looked at, I really feel like PickTime just delivers the cleanest possible gallery to clients that I've seen out there. Another cool thing is, as you know, AI is becoming more and more relevant in our day and age, and PickTime is not sleeping on making updates. So let's go ahead and go into this gallery, and for example, I am, the mother of the bride, the father of the bride, and I want specific pictures of just one person. Well, now PickTime has this really cool AI facial recognition feature that you can come in here and search by a photo, And let's say I just want to get photos of the bride. So let's go ahead and click on the bride here and apply that. And we're gonna go ahead and see what comes up. And you will see every picture that the bride's in is going to be displayed on this filter, which is just a phenomenal feature for clients looking for specific photos. Like maybe someone at the wedding got the gallery link from the bride and groom and they wanted to see specific photos that they were in. They can simply go to that search feature and search for themselves. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just say, I don't know, this person right here was looking for photos of them. Go ahead and apply it, and it's going to query the entire gallery and find photos that they're in, and then they can see how they were a part of the big day. So the technology, the look, all of it is just quite simply amazing with PickTime. And PickTime finally made me feel like my brand and my business was something I can genuinely be proud of. Oh, and real quick, pretty exciting, PickTime reached out to me, so they're offering you all 2 free months if you use my referral link down in the description. So if this video sparks your interest on upgrading your client delivery system, please check out that link below. Try out PickTime. I'm honestly pretty confident that you're just gonna fall in love with PickTime. Anyways, when I first started using PickTime, I wasn't necessarily thinking about it as a way to sell prints like nature photography or wildlife photography. But recently I was looking through PickTime and I realized there's this thing called art galleries, which is so cool. Let me show you here. So if you go back a level here and you go down to art galleries here, I started uploading my wildlife and nature photography trips. And if we go into this gallery to take a look at it, you can see I can list my favorite photos from that trip to buy framed photos or canvas prints, etc., whatever you want to list it as. And it offers you just so many options to start being able to deliver your art to the people that want to see or buy or support you as an artist. Previously, before PickTime, you would have had to go through so many struggles. You would have had to print out the photos, frame the photos, go to an art show or a farmer's market to sell those photos and hope you sell something. Whereas in PickTime, it does that all for you. You don't have to worry about all of the nitty-gritty of selling prints. So honestly, the fact that I can easily just manage my passion, which is wildlife, nature, wildlife photography, alongside of all these PickTime galleries of my wedding clients and making them all in the same place, it just makes it feel nice and organized, concise, and makes it feel like a professional photography business, which is what I'm going for. Now, honestly, I only spent about 1 year on Google Drive, and that's not a lot. But looking back at it, if I could have done things a little bit differently, I probably would have started off with PickTime from the get-go, just to have that branding down from the start. After all, presentation, it does matter quite a bit actually. Clients will judge the overall start to end experience and not just the day of the photos. Keeping that in mind, all of your branding elements, whether it's your galleries, your websites, the way you conduct business, the way you communicate with them, the way you take photos on the day, all of this matters in your photography brand. And PickTime represents that professional gold standard that I was looking for when I was looking into making this wedding photography, nature photography in general business. At the end of the day, it can be summarized in investing in the right tools will help you stand out. So if you're still using a basic file sharing method like Google Drive or Dropbox, maybe it's time to look at your alternatives, and PickTime might be that best solution for you. Down in my description, I'll leave a link to my referral code. I worked with PickTime and they are offering people who watch this video 2 free months instead of just 1 when you first sign up. So check it out. It might be the solution you were looking for. I know when I came across it, I loved it. And please let me know down in the comments of your experience with PickTime. I'd love to hear how you felt about it overall. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Good luck with your photography business, and I'll catch you in the next video.